Hi all, welcome to another Banter Blitz. So it's around 11:30 AM UK time. I'm just waiting for my preview screen, and I want to emphasize the voucher code Kingscrusher here. You can get a whopping 15% off, get to play even the world champion Magnus Carlsen. If you're a premium member, you're able to just come, if you come ideally for Magnus Carlsen at least half an hour before, send the challenge off, make sure you go onto that challenge list, then later any streamer can pick you off, and there's other grandmasters and other players like me and Christoph from YouTube celebrities and stuff like that. So great value. So let's go onto the challenge screen. And pick off the first challenge. Kaz. Hi Kaz, morning. So I'll play knight f6 here. I hope audio and visual is okay. Let me know on the chat if it's not, or if it is, in fact. So King's Engine to start off with. I think e6 here, so sort of Benoni style at the moment. So ED, that's interesting, rather than CD. I wonder if I can get a form pawn, given I've got a form pawn t-shirt on. I'll go for the form pawn, quite topical. I'll go for the form pawn. But should I first not allow bishop g5? I think I will take, because that's bishop g5 pin, so we've got a form pawn. Okay, so f5 maybe here looks interesting. That looks a bit too radical to me to play g4, but let's see. It seems as that might be weakening the king a little bit. Is it also possible that I have a move like f4? Is that handy? And then, or am I just blocking in my pieces? Okay, I'll go here for queen g6. If knight d6, queen g6 anyway, so I'm hitting both pieces. Oh, there is bishop h5 or queen e4. Okay, so queen g6 here, and or maybe f4 first. f4 or queen g6. On queen g6, white does have, say, bishop f4. So I'm wondering if I play f4 first. Okay, I'll play f4 first, and then maybe queen g6 if I get a chance. But let's say, okay, knight h5. Okay, so queen g6. The snag for white is the form pawn mates on knight g7, queen g5, king moves queen g2, the goal hanging pawn could strike here. Okay, this could backfire on my king though now, if I took on g5, so that's very interesting. Play, that's annoying. My king's a bit bare. Okay. What do I do about this? Start panicking. f3. But I'm going for, I don't know, this is a bit vague. Bishop f5 for bishop e4 potentially. I'm not sure about this anymore. Could be in trouble. Yeah, I look to be in big trouble on this G file. G file, big trouble. I don't like this. Can I just evacuate the G file? Oh, this does not look good. Got in big trouble here. Alright, try not to think about it too much. Oh, okay, positional queen sack. I don't know. Looks horrible. What's the best I can do? It's all gone. Yeah, I think I've been exterminated. Tough first game. I didn't realise F5 was okay. It was a little bit controversial, I guess, in retrospect. To play F5 was opening up my king. This is a big thing. Don't know. Looks pretty bleak. All the options. Yeah, knight g6 looks bleak. It's only a minute though. I wonder if he can slip up in a minute. Okay, I got a rook for the queen. This is a rook for the queen. That's really fantastic. So much my form pawn. Was I overexcited about the form pawn earlier? I was wondering. So I'm hitting the rook. I don't know why he's spending so much time. Hitting the rook, okay. If I protect there for a moment. Hang on a sec. Let's try the most accurate defensive idea. What would that be? Tuck the king away. probably maybe tuck the king away. Okay. Try and bring the king up here. How do I drag this pawn? C2. Okay, what? What? Okay, yeah, I thought I'd just try and put up some resistance. Oh, hang on. I thought I was a bit dopey this morning before I started this session. I thought, no, I'll brush it off. I'll wake up after the first game, surely. I thought I was... What? I thought F5... F5? I just thought F5. I don't know. It mentions F5. White's much better. So white's even this. Queen D2. Okay, it's actually... What is this about anyway? No. King H1. Okay, so hey, am I missing something? It's giving Rook G1. I think it changed its mind. Did it? Black's winning. White's then much better. No, I think this backfires. Then white's winning. It's totally backfired. Black's winning. No, okay. All right, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I obviously did something very controversial. That's interesting. Crikey. Let's play E5 here immediately, because I might be able to get in a quick F5, so I'll try and upgrade my King's engine here with a quick F5 without knight F6. Okay, so sort of bayonet attack, but against an accelerated F5, and it's now... Okay, what if I ignored E4 and just tried to squeeze on the king side? I think knight B5, knight E8 might be sufficient right now. Well, I hope it is. I'm hoping to be able to kick this knight and then play knight G6 and G4. Can I do that? Do I need to play B5 here? Because he hasn't played A4. Given he hasn't played A4, I think that makes it interesting to play B5. I think I will play B5. because it takes some time to arrange a4. If I can keep these entry points covered, c7, c6, c8, and play knight g6 and g4. So without a4, this is a bit of a time waste to have to play knight b1 and a4. I think that's my point there. So can I play for g4, f3, knight f4? f3, gf, knight f4. I think it opens up the dark squares in principle, so I think it's a sort of positional sack to fragment the pawns and gain access to some key dark squares. Well, I'm hoping it doesn't backfire to my king like a previous game. Alright, this does fragment the pawns, so knight f4 looks really good. Now, knight f4. And then queen h4. Well, this bishop's hanging. Alright, thanks for the game, Olaf. Yeah, that was getting tricky, I think. Right. Area 51. I watched Joe Rogan interviewing someone about Area 51 a few weeks back. It's quite fascinating. Anti-gravitational stuff. Alright, so here, can I play, if I go for e5 and then knight f6, if it's, I assume, can I just get the bishop outside here? And then d6. I think this is okay. Just make sure this bishop's not being lost. If I play bishop e6 and queen d7. Oh, hang on, f4. Should I have played h5 or just wait for f4? Oh. h5 for knight g4. Looks dangerous. Because there's kings there, I activate the rook positionally. f5, knight g4. Okay, I'd probably still end up losing a piece. I'm wondering about a king move for rook h2, for queen h8, for queen h3. So hg, hg, bishop h3, rook h3, king g2, king e7, fe. Alright, okay, that's not happening anyway. Yes, that's not happening. This could be tricky then. If I just get a pawn there for a moment. And sort of play queen d7, castle queenside. Or queen e7 stops bishop g5. Alright, I shouldn't have allowed knight. Maybe I should have gone back in one go. On the other hand, okay. c6 with queen e7. Oh, he's got bishop g5 now. Oh, hang on. Do I take an exchange at least with knight f2 soon? I wonder if I should take that exchange. If I get the chance. Then I would be able to castle. Oh, it's not happening. He's on my bishop now. Oh, crikey. I'll put this bishop back. If bishop h3, there is knight f2, maybe. Rook f2, queen h3, rook h2. Oh, hang on, there is e4 dropping anyway. So bishop h3, knight f2. And if there was, okay, so if knight f2 here, just to be able to try and castle, I can't castle, rook f8 then at some point. Rook f8 is better than nothing, is it? There is bishop e4 here, almost, for queen h3. He's covering h3 though now. Can I not play rook f8 here? I might have a potential threat of bishop e4 for queen h3 if the queen's not guarding h3. Then bishop e4. Bishop e4 here. For queen h3. Okay. Queen c7. Can I get away with queen c7? I might be threatening bishop g3 for rook f1, but he's got so many pieces for the queen. I don't think there's anything that much stronger than... Okay, queen c7 for the moment. Am I actually threatening bishop g3 for winning the queen, or is it too many pieces? There's always bishop e6. I don't think rook f7 is even worth it. d5 might be... Oh, 96 is incoming. If I took and then took here, just to be able to play queen e7 if bishop takes. That does blunt the f-file. Okay, d5 to try and hold the e-file as well. But bishop f4, queen e7. I'm threatening maybe f3 check. f3 looks dangerous. King g1, queen g3. So f3 here, king g1, queen e5. It might be worth it anyway. Queen e5. Hitting the rook. Okay, knight g6 might be threatened. If I play rook f7 here, knight g6, don't know what to do about knight g6 necessarily. Queen d6. If I played, right, cd for a moment, rook e7 is threatened. If queen b6, rook e7, is he playing knight g6 or not? Alright, so queen d6. And queen g6. Can I get to play king f8? Well, rook f4 looks... If queen g3, rook g4, pinning the queen. Queen g3, f2, that's not quite working. Why don't I just play something simple like king f8? Okay, yeah. Oh no. Have I just gone into perpetual check? Oh no. Oh crikey. What a waste of a good position. Okay, I went into a perpetual check. Oh, and that was a good position, I think. Oh, okay, rook d8 would support queen d6. But yeah, all right, we'll play. Hung in there. Cobra. Play like this. And so h5 or bishop g4, bishop g4, or just castling, or bishop g4. Okay, I think I will play bishop g4. Just attempt h3 and g4, trying to weaken dark squares. Okay, I can play queen d7 here. If castling bishop h3, I would have thought, is interesting because I haven't committed the rook yet, so maybe that's interesting. Push this back first. Just dissuade f4. If f4, okay, maybe g4 here. From knight g4. h5 might be worth it. f4, or taking. I'll go with that. If I play rook h6 just to support f6 for a moment, that's queen d2. Right, would he actually take with? What does he take with that? Does knight g8? Maybe knight g8 just to get away from rook f6. Okay, f6. Maybe d5 is interesting. d5. Well, I can still play d5. I thought he might have clamped it with c4. h4 and queen h7 look crude, but maybe effective. h4 and queen h7. I like these opposite side casting games. They're often quite fun. So h4 for queen h7. It looks as though okay, whose attack is quicker? If I played hg and queen h7 here, I think maybe queen h7 is better. b5, knight a5, ed, rook d5. Okay, I'll go with queen h7 with the threat of hg. I believe hg might be dangerous. Hg queen h2, mate. If the king's going in the centre, then DE is more relevant for that D file. If the king's heading towards the centre, this rook might be useful. I'll go with queen h2 for a moment. Alright, queen g2 looks interesting. Rook f2. Queen h1. This knight, can I do anything with this knight? If I just play a waiting move for a moment, 97. Alright. If I pretend as I'm doubling rooks, or maybe I am doubling rooks, let's try and get access to d1 as an option. Alright, if I take... or not. Maybe... no. I think there's knight... oh, there's king c7. There's an option or two there on AB. Oh, a6, ba, knight b8. Well, it's going to be tied down to rook d1 soon anyway. Rook d1 is going to be an issue. Okay, it was on my queen. Just make sure rook d4 is not, or knight d4. Then just take his queen. What about queen g3? It's kind of weakness of the last move. An open invitation for g3. And this big arrow is distracting me to d4. But it's actually what I want to capitalize on is actually the weakness of the last move. And that would be g3. That's the invitation here. g3. The invitations are all there on the board, waiting to be used. And an adaptation of Tartakovsky. The blunders are all there, waiting on the board. The invitations are all there, waiting on the board. So can I exchange off for rooks? Knight e3. Alright, thanks for the game, Cobra. Okay. It was getting a bit tricky, I think. Okay. My music list, yeah, I've been updating it occasionally. Okay, so over there in the chat. Alright, Okay, I'll play knight f3 and d knight c3. And I don't know, f3 coming out. a4 to stop b5. This could be annoying. Although I've mixed things here. I've kind of mixed. Okay. Don't tell me he's got d5 coming. Is there bishop c5 if nothing else? Let's see. He's trying to set a tempo of play. I'm trying to I'm going to try and ignore that tempo of play. It's very, very quick. I would like to play non-random moves. So having some thinking time over moves, otherwise they just become random. Okay, so let's see. a5, b4, knight b1. a5 looks plausible. Can I not just take that? And if I played e5 here for f4 and then f5 maybe, it does give him the c5 square. Okay, he hasn't used that. Bishop b6. All right, I'm wondering. Okay, bishop b6 gives me knight e2 to d4. Is it worth playing now? I'm hoping knight e2 to d4 is a nice square for the knight. A blockading square. He's got bishop c5 if he wants to get rid of that. Okay, I can hit the maybe I'll play it here and then knight d4. Isn't that well, one thing is knight f5. If the bishop ever moves off diagonal, queen d5 is check. I think knight f5 looks plausible. It is, as I say, an invitation there, because it's just weakened f5. There's an invitation there. Okay. No grand plans needed sometimes. Just look at the invitations on the board. There's knight h6 for knight f7 for bishop d5 or something. Bishop d5, which gives me, if rook d8, there's c4. I'm hoping this is okay, this self pin. Right, so if I play queen g4, okay, you could sack the exchange, but I'm hitting the rook anyway. Queen g4 looks plausible hitting the rook. Right, so f5, there might be rook d5 there because of that pin there. But on the hand, queen g6 and then cd. So I think f5 is plausible. Queen e5, queen g6. Okay, I think f5 is plausible. Right, so cd, rook g4, but queen g6 here. So cd here. rook e1 for rook e8 looks dangerous. F6 here for queen g7. I guess there's knight f6, but rook e4. So f6 and then threaten mate in 1. Alright, let's have a look at, okay, mate in 1. Alright, thanks for the game talk. Okay, interesting. Chess Cadet. Hi, Chess Cadet. Smith Mora Gambit, just for fun. Alright, when they play this, I'm always wondering d5. I think that's okay. d5, it's kind of Benoni style position. This play is very quick as well. The tempo is trying to be set here, trying to get me into random move mode. I'm hoping at the moment I haven't done anything bad. Okay, so bishop f4. Am I going into a nasty pin? Rook f5, maybe g4. Okay, I trust rook f5 is not great. So I'm hitting the classic d6 Benoni weakness. Benoni, son of sorrow. Alright, I'm hoping g4 here is plausible. Alright, just reinforce. I could simply reinforce with f3, or I could play g5. g5, I would say, tends to ask for knight h7, f6, and the f-file use. In terms of minimizing counterplay, I think maybe f3 is better. Okay, if I try and swap off a pair of rooks. Okay. Now that the rook's off, maybe this I could revisit at some point. Okay, hg towards the center. Maybe king g2 to get hold of the h3 square. If I want to play g1, there's always knight h5 anyway. Okay, let's play king g2 anyway for a moment. Off the dart square. It's got a dart square bishop. It's a sort of form of safety. Put king on knight square. So rook a1 threatens the big one, rook a8. Which means queen f6. Oh, sorry, knight e8. Oh, no, knight e8. Well, then there's knight e4. If bishop b2, there's knight d6. I think that's good news. This, if king h7, there's queen h2. If bishop h6, there's g5 to consider. Now here there's queen f6. Which seems sensible enough. BC, BC, and black's in a sort of bind, I would say. Okay. Queen d8. Just queen d8 here. There's no immediate check. The battery is multiplying the common squares of the pieces. I've been mentioning that. I've been doing a bit of coaching this week. I mentioned, look for common squares, and I sort of realised, hang on, I'm also a fan of batteries, and batteries give you common squares like E8, F8, G8. They give you a lot of common squares immediately. Batteries, very powerful devices tactically, not to be underestimated. When you double up two rooks, or rook and queen, or bishop and queen, or you get access to a lot of common squares. Anyway, so here there's no checks. Okay, thanks for the game. I'll go. Okay, 1 elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants, 4 elephants, 5 elephants, 6 elephants, 7 elephants, 8 elephants, 9 elephants, 10 elephants. Okay, another time. Let's try and get this challenge flow going. I can't accept from non-premium members. Please become a premium member to challenge. I hope there's no others from non-premium. Killer cat. I got the Fawn Pawn Cup as well. Matching t-shirt. But Fawn Pawn nearly cost me in the first game. Fawn Pawn nearly backfired. Alright, 1 Fawn Pawn. 2 Fawn Pawns. 3 Fawn Pawns. 4 Fawn Pawns. 5 Fawn Pawns. 6 Fawn Pawns. 7 Fawn Pawns. 8 Fawn Pawns. 9 Fawn Pawns. 10 Fawn Pawns. Okay, on to the next. Oh. Okay. I'm not sure this person's played any games, on some bit wary. Anyway, let's just go on to the next. Anyone ready? Anyone ready for a game? Dan Jane. Right, Smith Morra Gambit. Bishop c4 and Queen b3 or something. And so h3 and knight d5. Queen e2, rook fd1, maybe this looks like a classic plan. Rook ac1 for knight d5. Right, knight d5 looks interesting here. I don't think bishop h3 works. I think there'll be knight h2. So if we look at this, bishop h3, g takes, Queen h3, knight h2. I'm hoping that holds for a moment. Oh, right now there might be bishop d3 here for knight e7. Because of that pin and win. Alright, so I'll drop the bishop back now. So I'm hitting d6. Alright, rook d5 gives queen d3. Oh, there's knight f6, doesn't do anything particularly. If I just take out a pawn with bishop e7 for a moment. That seems a bit pathetic. Actually, b6, that's a bit pathetic. I'll tell you what, I don't know what else to do at the moment. Now he's got b6. Okay, let's just put this bishop back for a moment. It might be useful in an endgame. This. Okay, knight d2 or something. a3, a3. Whatever, take her. Yeah, okay, back on d6 for a moment. He's got rook c1 winning the bishop. King h2 first, bishop a2 then I'd play rook d6. So king h2, bishop a2, rook d6. That is on the darts going away from the bishop. Bishop a2. Well, there is knight e5 here for rook d7. That looks plausible with rook e8. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I don't want to spend too long on this. It is like a queen versus rook situation. I'm treading with caution at the moment. I think bishop a2. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'll go. I don't know. Bishop a2. Can I kick this guy back? Right. Let's go here for a moment. Let's try not to lose the plot totally. Rook d2. Rook c2 for bishop f7. The queen b3 check picks up c2. Alright, rook d6. Oh, there's rook g1. No, no, there isn't. Not yet. Okay, rook d6 is plausible. queen. This might be good enough for the moment just to win. Going to a pin, but I cannot take the knight. Rook h1, king g2. Is he doubling rooks? That's possible. No, he's not. That one's hanging as well. There's bishop f3 and then rook c1. So I'll just go with this one. I'm on f7 here. That's queen g8. Alright, thanks for the game, Danjin. Yeah, I wasn't entirely clear about what to do actually. Yeah, because it was a centre pawn and a rook. Anyway, so will I be fried by Friedel in today's episode? Okay, anti-London system activated. So we're sort of French defensing it now. Maybe my bishop should be on e7 rather than g7. h6, is that better than h5? That's interesting. You might have bishop d3 for bishop g6 later. If h5, I can play knight e7 to f5 en route and forcing g6, reinforcing. So knight e7 to f5. I'll play this anyway, it looks like a good idea. And this is bishop c4 or something, this tactical stuff. Let's get out of the alignment of the bishop. Knight e7 to f5. Looks a bit juicier with f4 now. Bishop e7 looks much better than g7. b5, a5, b4 looks like a plan. Try and cause some fractures on the queen side. a5, rook b8, b4. Take towards the center. If I take on g5, do I miss out on anything? I think I could press ahead with and he takes, he's got e6, that would justify the knight on g5. I could take with the pawn, potentially play king f8 to g6. It still seems a lockdown on most things. The rook's even protecting h5. I can get ready for that, I think. King g7, just to connect the rooks. Bishop a6, b4, connecting the rooks, trying for a fracture, but with the rooks connected. And this is like knight e6 or something. And knight g5 I can always take after. Okay, so b4. Right, bishop e6. Let's get the bishop out of the way. Alright, now a fracture. BC or BA? BA leaves a target pawn. Possibly this way, possibly. Queen c6 reinforces e6 anyway. Bishop b5 to a4 to b3 at some point. That's the use for that bishop, otherwise it's not doing much anyway. Bishop b5 to a4. trying to use that b3 square. Right, I can't easily double without him getting that b file. Maybe rook b6 with knight b6. Okay, rook b6 with knight b6. Right. Go back here. And what if I did swap off things? Okay, there might be a bishop h5 in the future. Alright, okay. There wouldn't be a bishop h5 at the moment then, if I take out that bishop. Do I get the b file? No, there's rook b1. Queen a4. Looks interesting, hitting a3. Hitting d1. Can I not just win a3 here with queen a3? There's rook b2 and rook a1. Or there might be something else. Okay, I've got an outside pass pawn here. Bishop b2, a4, a3. I can't see how I can optimize that immediately because I'm hitting c3. So a4, a3. Looks a bit, yeah. Alright. Thanks for the game, Final. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have a 3-minute game, huh? I'm tempted for a gambit, but let's play sensible. Not bishop c5 there because... Oh, let's play closed here. I don't know. Let's play it like Bassam is a 2700 that plays the King's Engine attack style systems. Basim. Alright, so b3 for bishop b2 for d4. Alright, the king's still in the center here. So rook e1's going to be more effective, surely, than usual. There's also the prospect of knight d4 now. So going into e6, hitting f5, maybe c6. So knight d4, once that pawn is protected. Knight d4 here. So I'm hitting f5. Right, so f5 means e4 is dangerous, as well as hitting the queen and the bishop. Thanks. That looks like a disaster. Everything we played Atlantic Gambit. Okay, try and play some unique players, not multiple times at the moment. Atlanta Gambit. Knight E7, castle. So D6. Bishop E6 or Rook B8 or D5 or King H8. Maybe King H8 for the moment, for F5. Try and get more pawns in the centre with F takes. Okay, this is getting aggressive. Well, it's good. Bishop G5 can now play F6. Okay, it's getting aggressive. I still think maybe F takes. I can get away with it. I don't want my king to be too much in trouble here. Possibly F6 for Queen E8 is a safer bet. F6, EF, Queen E8. Maybe. Queen E8. So EF, Queen E8. Trying to evict that queen from that attacking position. I know this looks terrible for my bishop though at the moment. I'm wanting king safety. So for example, bishop h6, queen e8, bishop g7 takes, queen g6 later. I'm hoping for king safety here. Queen e8 here. Right, so d5 blunts that bishop anyway. You could pin queen f7 to unpin. In fact, why aren't I thinking of knight f5 here? Or queen d7. Queen d7 would provoke g4 maybe. Queen d7. Queen d7. I think bishop h6, rook g8. Okay. Bishop h6, rook g8 is plausible now. I did have a quick look at knight f5 there. Rook f5, rook queen e1, queen takes, and bishop h3, but I'm not sure about that. Here I think bishop h6. Okay, rook g8 is plausible. Right, I can play maybe knight g8 G8. It's getting scary. This back row is scary. Okay, knight G8. I've got to somehow get this rook in the game. How will I get this rook in the game? Queen F7, Bishop D7, Rook E8. Or what about just Bishop A6? Is the bishop actually useful there on A6? On D7, I think, don't know. Bishop A6, Rook E8, I don't know. Maybe the bishop goes to this diagonal later. If there was later D5, C5, Bishop E7. Alright, at least I can stop the rooks doubling with this anyway. So maybe that's a perk of Bishop A6. There's Knight C5, running into Knight C5 now. Alright, okay, I'm going to be put back in the box here at this rate. Can I just play this for the moment? Hitting the rook on E1. Okay, isn't there okay, I can double here as well, and the knight's protecting F6 at the moment. So I'm actually threatening a mating thing because of the lack of escape squares here to be excited about. So I'm actually threatening a mating thing with Queen E1. That's an unexpected perk of Bishop A6. Okay, so here, if I just get the queens off, or is there anything better? I'll go, okay, queens off. So this diagonal, okay, the bishop's going to get killed unless I want to play something else. Knight E7 maybe. The bishop's going to get, okay, bishop back to C8. It hits F5 anyway. Okay, can I not take on F5? Is there G4 or something? G4 looks dangerous. It's as though I want to suppress G4. Prophylaxis. Again, okay. Discourager. He has to protect you, surely. Right. There's a loose pawn here. As you're giving up the E file is not clever. D4. Alright, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. Not sure. Waiting move. Active pieces with Knight D5. There's a check anyway. Knight D5, active. No, hang on, there's Bishop C6. Let's just do... Alright, for the potential of Bishop B7, I'm going to sack that pawn. Knight D5 looks interesting. Let's hold that. Can I, okay, put pressure on here. C4. I'm going to play for C4 here. D4. Oh, rook E3 would have been good. Alright, thanks for the game. That was a tough one. That was a tough game. Well played. Dark Moon. Hi. Right, d3, I don't want too much dynamic play from the opponent. Knight e7, d6. It's got bishop g5, it's going to be slightly annoying. I don't know if h6 is worth including. Alright. h6, king h7, f5 looks pleasant enough. Right, I'll stop this bishop g5 business. So king h7, f5. Okay, wants to weaken me a lot. Maybe f6 instead. Trying to retain that bishop. And then knight e5. Trying to just open up a semi-open f file. Okay, so knight e5. Although, is there f4 coming up? c6? I4, it's a bit scary to me. Mind you, this is even worse. d6. How about g5? He's got Tayson c5. Locked down c5 in particular. Then he's got, I think the lesser evil might be b6. If I played g5, I think knight e7, queen e7, c5. No? No? Maybe that's okay. No, he plays c5 immediately on g5. Then knight g6. It's horrible structure. I think there's even a tactic with knight f6 for queen d8. So probably b6 for a moment. Okay, so try and dissuade c5 if I can. Queen f7, I've got bishop d5. Which she can play anyway. Full pawn attack. Okay, I don't know. Try this. h4, h3. g5, g4. At least that stops f4. Bit weakening, but maybe g4 is more dangerous for the opponent, I hope. If I keep this bishop, could be useful. Maybe on c8. So I'll play g4. Maybe bishop h6 later. Maybe bishop h6 first, so I can react with against f4 better. So bishop h6. Then let's say, okay, so lock down dark squares for a moment. Isn't h4 winning a pawn here in broad daylight. If queen f3, I just take a pawn. Queen h2 doesn't look clever. Okay, this queen h2 doesn't look clever. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, this b file, this bishop a6. Is that handy? Is it? I was going on this pawn. Okay, let's get this pawn out of the firing line. Bishop a6. Oh, there's rook. b4 for some reason attracts me now. So it hits a4. Can I get an outside pass pawn? If he's not doing anything over here and he's waiting for me to commit to g4, I can try and do something over here. Okay. Can I weaken e4 here at least with bishop b7? So he has to play, what, f3? Okay, queen e4, rook d6. Alright, rook f6 for a moment. e4 and a4 targets. f3, rook b4. f3 might run into at some point. g4 hits the thing, takes g3, shuts the queen, well, puts on queen on h1. So g4 here, bishop h3, g3. And how silly can the queen be and get away with it? We're going to find out. Bishop h6, g3, queen h1, queen h6, idea queen e1. Queen e6 looks okay. There's queen g1, converge on f3 here. Queen g1, rook f3. Ah! No. Queen takes d2, queen takes d2, queen takes d2. Rook d2, rook b1. Forcing moves, prioritizing forcing moves, very important. Prioritize forcing moves, especially in a better position. They're less controversial usually, forcing moves in a better position. Forcing moves are not always good to even consider because you often end up playing bad forcing moves, but here I think it's a good forcing move. Thanks for the game, Dartmoon. Yeah, that was exciting. Okay, the dude. Okay. Austrian attack. Oh, he's tempting me. I think I want to keep it simple here, not d takes. Mind you, there is a line. Actually, I think this is unpleasant for black, just doing this. I think I've had some good games with this. With f4. So, for example, h6, I think I'm winning a piece with bishop f6 and f5. So I think there's some pressure here. e5, is that winning a piece? h6 is saving the day there, probably. I think there's a slight edge for white here. Okay, so knight f3. I wonder, knight g5 just to create a target on e6. This light square bishop might be good. After g3 and bishop h3, I would hope the light square bishop's got something to say about the position. If I take it, then g3, bishop h3, or is it going to be squashed with something like knight g4 later? Is it possible I could keep that in suspense? Knight e6 could keep it in suspense. Just play g3 with an idea of knight e6 at some point for bishop h3. Oh, that's annoying. I don't want simplification really here. c5 is a good square for black in this kind of thing. So g3. Alright, another forcing move, and there's bishop f2 if I'm not careful. But he has invited me for f7 here. f7 is rook f8. Alright, bishop e2 for a moment. f6, knight e6. Isn't there an idea of g4 potentially? If rook e8, I'm going to take and play g4 potentially. g4 is not given a back reverse gear to the knight. g4 looks dangerous. Well, here it looks dangerous as well, because there's no knight g7. If rook e8, knight c5, and g takes. So knight c5, g takes. Alright, there is bishop e1 here to stop knight f2. So I just want to play knight g3. That fractures black's pawns anyway, g takes. So they're quite fractured. Okay. If the knight goes back, maybe bishop c3. Alright. Okay, I'll start targeting bishop c3. Rook f1. Okay, so rook f1. Try and simplify a bit. f4, h4, h7 roadmap. There's no rook g1 here. So that's a passed pawn. b3. Just I could have just taken on a7 as well. Just lock down these guys. Start pushing the pawn. Okay, let's take this. So check. H8 incoming. Alright, move this way. Queen. There's no stalemate trick, is there, at the moment? As long as there's a, it's not stalemate, I'm happy. Right, there is D7. Got to be careful about the stalemates. D7, I hope. Right, there is F5 or D7. Okay. Just got to keep the checks up to avoid the stalemate, I think. Keep the checks going. As a general principle, keep the checks going to avoid a stalemate. Alright. Okay. Alright, thanks. Okay, I hope that was fun this week. Was it fun? 1 fun, 10 boring. Was it fun? I can't even type properly. 1 fun, 10 boring. Okay. Hope it was fun. Have a nice rest of the day. Have a nice week. Hope you do well in your over the board season. I'll be doing a 3-point checklist video soon. I'm crystallizing something at the moment with my students, which I think is really cool. It's much cooler than I imagined, actually. I was discussing it with someone else. I've got a few more secrets to add to it, and there'll be a video soon about it. But in a nutshell, check all checks. I'm going to explain every single point of this. Look at the downsides of the opponent's position, including loose pieces, awkward pieces, aligned pieces, any other downsides, weakness of the last move. So 2 and 3, you're capitalizing on the virtual invitations of the chessboard, which in Blitz, there's lots of invitations all the time in Blitz, just on weakness on the last move, let alone anything else. I'm going to do about that, a video maybe soon about that. Also, given that Magnus Carlsen's now made Chessable part of chess24, check out my Tactics Snacks book at Chessable. I've got 1, 2 and 3 and they're doing quite well, very high average rating. So Kingscrusher's Tactics Snacks at Chessable. Okay, I think, thanks very much. See you next time. Cheers then.